What's going on, everybody? Spaceballs here. Welcome back to our Nier reincarnation video. Alright everyone, Drakengard 3 is coming. I'm so excited. I know you guys are super excited. We've been waiting for this one for a long time. Like always, we're going to review everything that's coming into the game. But before we do that, I want to watch this clip, and I was able to find this on Square Enix's homepage. So if you guys haven't done it already, go over there, sub to the Square Enix YouTube channel, find this video, drop a like on it, show some love. I normally watch the Facebook clip, but this time the clip was really short. Really couldn't see much from it. I think this video does a much better job of explaining what's coming in Drakengard 3. But let's watch this clip and see what's going on. I'm going to let it play and then I'll react to it as it goes.
Hi everyone, welcome to In the Cage, Nier Reincarnation's official update video. My name is Kwana, I'm the localization director for Nier Reincarnation, and I'll be your guide for this journey. So there's a lot going on in Nier Reincarnation right now, and it may feel a little overwhelming.
That's a 100% true statement. A lot of us do feel overwhelmed because there's just so much going on all the time, a ton of events. There's no ending to the amount of grinding that's in Nier Reincarnation. I know that's why a lot of us love the game, but at the same time, there is always something going on in Nier. And again, a shout out to them because they keep the game flowing. The game is never sitting stagnant, so I know a lot of us are overwhelmed, but at the same time, it's really good for a game to keep it flowing and going. Even for new players, old players, it's just a great thing. So I think they're doing a really good job when it comes to pushing the content out there, because a lot of us thought it would slow down by now, but if anything, it has sped up in tenfolds. So whether you look at it as a good thing or a bad thing, the one thing to note is that the devs are there doing stuff for the game, keeping it rolling, so we can never be upset about that. Let's keep going.
In this video, I'm going to be showing off some of the fantastic events and campaigns to help you get started. Let's take a look. The Drakengard 3 crossover will happen from October 7th to November 7th. The crossover quest, Record, Blood Oath's Edge, is here. Complete it to read an original story. In addition, you can get Zero from Drakengard 3 as an event reward.
Just to make it clear, the Zero they just showed on the screen is the 3-star version of Zero. It's not the 4-star version. That's the one we get for free from the exchange shop.
Characters from the Drakengard 3 crossover will be featured in the summons. Zero, Fio, and Akaha will appear with brand new costumes.
So we're getting 3 new characters in the banner, just like the Replicant collab banner. The only banner that ever had 4 so far was the Automated collab, and that was the first collab, so that one had 4 characters. But so far, lots of awesome stuff coming. I can't even tell you how excited I am for this one.
I'll tell you a little bit about the characters. First, we have Zero, Divergent Sister.
So this is the 4-star version.
With the ability Fatal, which increases critical damage. Next, wearing One's costume from Drakengard 3 is Fio in Toner Girl. For this crossover, Akaha is wearing Two's costume.
Akaha, that's how you say that.
She's an attacker whose attack increases when their HP is low. There are a lot of other perks for Drakengard fans during this crossover. Get the crossover weapon Iron Will as a login bonus during the crossover period. This is also...
I think that's a pretty decent weapon from my understanding. We'll check it out in a second, but we're also getting 2,500 gems again. We love gems, free summons on these collab banners. Can't ask for more than that.
Your chance to get up to 2,500 gems by completing crossover missions. But the Drakengard 3 crossover isn't it. We have more big news. Let's dig into that.
Now this is going to be about Chapter 12. I'm not going to get into this too much. I'm going to make a separate video when Chapter 12 comes to the game. So I'm going to leave this alone. We're going to keep this just to Drakengard 3. And again, guys, if you want to watch this video, the links are down below. It's on Square Enix's homepage. Make sure you go over there and show us some love. I know I just said that, but I really want you guys to go over there and show them some love, because without them, we wouldn't have this video. So thank you, Square Enix. Now let's go over and review all the stuff we're getting in the Drakengard 3 collab. I'll be back in just 1 second. Poof, we're back. Let's go over all the awesome stuff we're getting in the Drakengard 3 collab. This will also be linked down below. This is the Game With page that I always use for all my review videos, and it's always linked down below for you guys. This way, if you want to look at it yourself, you can just go down there, click it, and it'll bring you straight to this page. First up, let's go over Zero and see what we're working with, because she is the main character in the banner, I think. Now, we can see already that she's S tier in Arena and Quest. There is double S tier, but I knew in the Drakengard 3 banner that Zero is one of the best characters. She's not the best character in the game, but she is definitely a great character to have in your arsenal, that's for sure. And she has a really good weapon as well. So she holds a small sword, the Black Flower. Let's go over her skills and see what we got. So for the main skill, we have Large Cutting, and this causes 170% damage to all enemies. I love the way that sounds already. 170% damage to all enemies, that sounds like huge damage to me. For the first ability, increase your attack power by 20%. And then on the second ability, we have increases damage you do when critical by 20%. So I'll definitely be pulling, trying to get Zero. I don't know how much I'm going to spend trying to do it, But if I were to pity out on this banner, it would definitely be for Zero. Reading this last ability, we definitely want to have as much critical rate on her as possible. So set-wise, we're going to go crit rate set. If we can get enough crit rate, then we'll go crit damage and attack set. But we definitely want to make sure she's sitting at 80 to 85% crit rate, that is for sure. For the weapon, we have Black Flower. This is a fire small sword. So for your one-handed sword units. For the first weapon skill, we have inflicts 100% damage on a single enemy 3 times, 20% increase in damage dealt at critical time. So basically, when it criticals, it's going to increase the damage by 20%. We can see already that this synergizes perfectly with the character because we're going to be stacking critical rate on her already. So the weapon fits her perfectly. I love to see the character and weapon synergize perfectly like this because then you're not wasting stats. You're able to stack one stat and get benefits out of all your other stuff by stacking that one stat. So being that you're stacking critical rate already, it's going to benefit the character as well. And then you can take advantage of your weapon skill. That just makes the character and weapon that much better when you're able to do stuff like that. For the second skill, we have inflicts 45% damage on a single enemy 4 times. We like that. Multiple skill hits are always good, just like A2 when she shreds the opponent because she hits so many times. And then on top of that, we have the attack power of all allies increased by 7% for 10 seconds. Super OP. This is making me really want to summon for my girl Zero. For the first ability, we have Surprise, increase your critical rate by 10%. We love that. Again, critical rate by 10%. Goes hand in hand with the character. Can't get any better than that. And then for the last one, we have Momentum, and that is increase your attack power by 10%. This sounds like an awesome unit to me. Synergizes perfectly weapon and character. I will definitely be summoning for my girl Zero. Let me know in the comments if you guys are going to be summoning for Zero as well. I'm sure you guys will be. This just sounds amazing. I can't wait to pull for my girl Zero. Let's move on to the next one. This is the 3-star version of Zero, the free one we will get from the exchange shop. For the first skill, we have inflicts 45% damage on a single enemy 5 times. In addition, the critical rate of all allies have been increased by 15% for 30 seconds. For a free 3-star, that sounds amazing. She's reminding me a lot of Kaine, just an awesome overall 3-star. Very good to see all these great 3-stars come in these collabs because you guys can get them for free. And then just like the 4-star version, we have Momentum, and that's increase your attack power by 16%. And then for the second ability, I'm not even going to try to pronounce that. It's increase your agility by 16%. Really good character. She even sounds like she might be good for Arena. Even though in Arena, you probably don't want to use a 3-star. You most likely only want to use 4 stars. But if you don't have any better options, she sounds like she could be a good option for you. And then for her weapon, we also have a small sword, and it is also fire. Let's see what we're working with. First skill, inflicts 45% damage on a single enemy 4 times. In addition, a single enemy will be burned 3 times with a 100% chance. I'm not a big fan of burn, but I honestly never use burn or poison in Nier. So I can't judge it too much. My thing is, I'm always trying to do as much damage as possible. I'm not really worried about getting up debuffs. That's just the way I'm looking at it. Doesn't sound too bad. It's just I don't use them now, so I can't say, oh, this is great. 3-turn burn. Let me know if you guys are using burn and poison and if this is actually a really good skill. Second skill, inflicts 40% damage on a single enemy 3 times. In addition, the agility of all allies is increased by 5%. 10 seconds. So again, going back to Arena, increasing that agility on all allies, that could be really solid. I just don't know if I would use a 3-star in PvP. First ability, Deadly, increase the damage you do when critical by 8%. Increase your agility by 8%. So again, synergizes really well. I think she's going to be a really good 3-star. We'll have to do some testing before I can really put my thumb on it though. But happy to see it as a free character. Looking good to me. We'll get into that and see how good she is. Next up on the list, we have Theo. I love my free Theo, you guys know that. The video is almost ready. It's coming out soon, I promise. To me, Theo is a staple of the game. She's just the cutest thing in Nier. How could you be upset about getting a Theo? Wink, wink. So just like all the other Theo, she's going to hold a fighting weapon, which is good because I need more fighting weapons. I actually need more dark fighting weapons because free Theo has a skill that boosts all dark damage weapons stats. And I seem to only have light fighter weapons, no dark ones. So I was hoping that this would be dark. Unfortunately, it's not. Again, just like Zero, she is S in Arena content and Quest content. So right there, we have 2 characters that are S tier in Quest and Arena content. We haven't seen any double S tiers, but the fact that they're S tier in Quest and Arena content makes them very usable characters. It makes it logically okay to pull for, being that they're going to be good all over the game. It's not going to be that God tier OP unit that's good in just certain content, but at least you can get use out of these characters all over the game. So if you choose to summon and pull for them, you'll be getting value out of your summons. She looks like she's going to be a healer from what I'm seeing already. So that means as far as memories go, you're going to want HP, defense, or attack power, just like regular Theo or free Theo. Usually stacking attack, HP. I wouldn't stack defense personally. If I was going to stack anything tanky, it would always be HP. I just don't think defense is that needed in Nier. So for the first skill, we recovers all allies' HP by 30%. In addition, heals one type of allies' abnormal condition, which means if they have a debuff, she'll probably take it off. That's what I'm getting from that. Sometimes the JP stuff is worded a little bit weird, and that's because I'm translating it to English, so sometimes it comes out a little messed up. But for what I could see, it's taking a debuff off an ally. First ability, increase damage dealt by 30% when attacking 3 or more consecutive attacks. Second ability, increase your agility by 20%. So really good for arena. Whatever you read agility, especially by 20%, that is an arena character. So if you're lacking arena characters and you want to start pushing PvP, this would be a really good banner for you to pull on. So for the weapon, we have a light fighter weapon, and let's see what we got. Probably going to synergize with Theo as in healing. So for the first skill, causes 45% damage to a single enemy. In addition, the agility of all allies increased by 15%. She sounds like she's going to be stupid OP for PvP content. I have to say, all this agility boost is just sounding amazing. At first, I was only going to be summoning for Zero, but now I really think I'm going to be going for Theo as well, because my PvP is a little bit lacking, and I could really use a character like this that will boost my overall team value by having this kind of agility push. For the second skill, inflicts 75% damage on a single enemy 5 times. I like anything that hits multiple times. It just raises the chain combos, which gives you more overall damage. For the first ability, increases the damage dealt when attacking 3 or more consecutive attacks by 15%. So synergizing with the second skill. And then again for the last ability, momentum, increase your attack power by 20% for 60 seconds. She sounds really good to me. I can't wait to get my hands on her. I'm going to be summoning on this banner. Hands down, after looking at Zero and Theo, I am 100% sold on this banner. I know a lot of you guys were saying, wait for Drakengard 3, that's where you want to summon. And I 100% agreed with you then. But now reviewing this stuff, I am all in on it. I will definitely be using all of my gems on this collab. I'm so happy that I held myself off on the replicant collab. I didn't summon not one summon on that banner, and it was so hard to do, but I am very, very thankful that I didn't, and I listened to all of you guys. So shout out to you guys in the comments. You're the best. Next up on the list, we have a Kaha. I think that's how he said it. I was saying Akea, and then he said a Kaha on the video. I'm just going to leave it like that. I know you guys just smiled. I never get her name right. So we'll call her Diva for this one. Let's check her out and see what we got. I can't take the smile off my face. I'm so happy for this Drakengard 3 collab. Now, I'm definitely going to say this. Diva is definitely nowhere near the other 2 characters. Unfortunately, if you do summon her, you most likely are not going to use her. Maybe in quest content, because she'll be a little okay. But even here, looking at her overall ranking, you can see that she's A and B. She's nothing to summon for by herself. But if you're summoning for Zero and Theo, and you get her along the way, there's nothing wrong with that. But we could tell already that she's the ugly stepchild out of the 3. And we don't want to pity her out, that's for sure. But she looks amazing. I have to say, her outfit, I love it. I just wish she was a little bit better in-game. So let's look at her kit and see what we got. For the main skill, inflicts 130% damage 4 times on a single enemy. Damage increased 40% when HP is 50% or less. So instead of it being above 70% or 80% like it normally is, now you have to be less than 50%. I'm not sure how I feel about that, because I don't want my characters to be less than 50%. I want them to stay over 50%. So I'm guessing that's why she's not rated that high, because you really don't want your character taking that much damage. You want to be doing enough damage to where you're not taking that kind of incoming damage. Just like Free Argo, where you need to get a debuff on yourself. This is kind of the same concept, where you need to take damage to take advantage of this extra 40%. So we never like to see stipulations that we can't really control. For the first ability, we got Backwater, increased damage dealt when HP is 60% or less by 30%. So again, our whole kit is synergizing to be less HP. And then for the last ability, we have Guardian, increase your defense by 20%. Yeah, that doesn't sound good, because if you want her to take damage, then you don't want her to have a high defense, because you want her to take damage. This way she goes below 50% HP. This way she can take advantage of that extra 40% and then extra 30% damage. And then if you're increasing your defense, it's going to be harder for you to take that damage in and go under those thresholds, because your defense is going to be higher, which means you're going to take less damage. So it's just really not synergizing in my eyes, and I guess that's why she's not rated that great. But hey, I guess we can't win them all. We got 2 out of the 3. I'll take it. Just in case you do pull her and you're looking for memory sets, you're going to be looking for the HP sets, attack power sets, And then the one that increases your attack power and reduces your defense. That's actually a really good one because that will allow you to take more damage from the enemy, which will get you under the thresholds. And then you'll be able to take advantage of those stipulations, the extra 40% and 30% damage. And that's why I don't like her last ability that boosts her defense. If anything, you wanted to not boost her defense. And I guess that's why she's just not that good. You want her defense to be less. This way she could take the damage. This way when she goes, she'll be dishing out that extra damage. And she will be holding a large sword, which is called the Toe Sword. Funny name. This is a dark sword. That's good. Let's hope the sword is better than the character at least, right? So for the first main skill, we have inflicts 110% damage on a single enemy 4 times. In addition, give yourself poison 5 turns with a 100% chance. Did I read that right? Give yourself poison? When I read that, I thought of Free Argo right away, because Free Argo needs a debuff to take advantage of his 60% damage. This would be a great stipulation to have on Argo's weapon, because this would give him that extra 60% damage. But I'm not sure why they put it on D.Va's weapon. It doesn't really make sense, especially for 5 turns. The fact that she's only going to be using her weapon skills a couple times a battle to really take advantage of those abilities, it just doesn't sound good. I don't want my characters taking a 5-turn poison. But let's move on. Second skill inflicts 50% damage on a single enemy 3 times. Furthermore, the defense power of a single enemy is reduced by 10%. That's not too bad, but the problem already with this weapon is you don't want to use it on any of your other characters because you don't want your characters taking a 5-turn poison. So it looks like the weapon is also going to be useless, unfortunately. And then for the first ability, increase damage dealt when HP is 60% or less. And then Guardian, increase your defense by 10%. We don't want to increase defense if we want the character to take damage. It just doesn't make sense. Nier, you definitely have to fix this in the future. We want this to be decreased defense, not increased defense. Now, if this was increased HP or something like that, it would be a little bit better. But we definitely don't want it to be increased defense. And that's exactly why they recommend putting the memory set that decreases defense, because it just makes it easier for her to hit those stipulations. Having it like this just makes no sense. Unfortunately, D.Va's not going to be great. If we pull her, we're going to be sad. We're not really going to be able to use the weapon or the character. Maybe if you're new to the game, you can find use for her somewhere down the line. But I'll be trying to stay far, far away from her, in my personal opinion. Out of everything we're getting into the game, she's definitely by far the worst. Getting Theo or Zero, great characters, cannot complain about them. Super excited to get them into the game. I tried to find the featured weapon, the two-handed sword that they showed in the video. I couldn't find it on the JP page. But when it's released to the game, I'll definitely go over it. But I want to know what you guys think about all of this stuff. Drakengard 3, are you excited? Will you be summoning? Who's your favorite character? I'd love to hear what you guys have to say, so comment down below and let me know what you're thinking. Thank you guys so much for the support here on YouTube. We are so close to 4,000 subs. I mean, so close. Right there, guys. Just click that sub button, and we're going to be starting that sub celebration. If you want to follow me on Twitch and Discord, those are always linked down below. 2 monthly giveaways on Discord, random giveaways on Twitch. If you want to be a part of the random giveaway that we do here on YouTube, all you have to do is sub to the channel, like and comment on my past 10 videos, and that will automatically enter you into the random giveaway. I truly do love each and every single one of you. I will see you in the next one. Spaceballs out. Peace.